I find it utterly amusing. Amusing in the most bitter sense of the word, given what I'm about to outline. Or perhaps I should replace the word amusing with tragic, or maybe insane. Yes, I find it utterly insane how we humans have gotten to a point whereby how we perceive and treat the next person depends solely on that person's societal classification, which is a reflection of the role which the person is upholding, while completely disregarding the fact that prior to any role that the person may be upholding, we are all equally human. And so it's so sad to see how we can base one's value or one's worth on such fleeting merit. And because of this societal structure, we are stripped naked of the opportunity to recognize how beautiful life is, or in our case, how beautiful life can be. We've come to mistake the structures of society which define what life is for us, which have been imposed on us as what life truly is. And so we've made it a point that we go outside of ourselves looking for the life that essentially we are. We mistake the external happenings of so-called life as life itself, basically, which couldn't be further from the truth. And the thing is, you don't have to listen to me. I'm playing my part. And that's to bring awareness about such things within your sphere of awareness, which has been confined, which has been limited to the idea of what life is, as opposed to life itself, which is boundless. Hence, you cannot experience life for its purity, but only what you have come to understand it as, how you've come to conceptualize it. And so I must suggest that we begin stretching our minds beyond the boundaries which act as limitations, which again have been imposed on us. We didn't choose to live the way that we're living. And so that would beg the question, or I would have to ask, if whether we are really being ourselves, since we didn't design this game that we are playing. Isn't it funny how life has been reduced to some game? And in order to win, you must acquire certain things. Take the rich man, for instance. He's treated with the utmost respect. He's basically revered, not because of who he is, but the opportunity he represents. Since we live in such a survival-driven society, which is all about acquisition. The more you have, the more you are, which is an illusion, because now you are made a target, at least to a certain degree, and depending on the person, the nature differs. Some people will straight up rob you, while others will kiss ass, do whatever you want with some future goal in mind, which will allow them to benefit from you as the rich man. And so I find it so dehumanizing. Hence we hear successful people say things like, it's so lonely at the top, because they are not being treated as human. They are dehumanized, to some degree at least. And the contrast to that is the beggar man, who has nothing of value to show. Funny how we find value in things that we created as opposed to the creation that we are. Because most people don't consider themselves as worthy. Most people live in guilt. Most people are shameful. Most people are fearful. Apathy is drowning them. It's overwhelming them due to the fact that they've been made to believe that they're not worthy, based solely on the fact that they don't have certain things, or they're not playing a certain role within society, which is deemed valuable by society. And so the poor beggar man is seen as basically nothing. Well, here's the fact. You are worthy. It doesn't matter who you are, what you are doing currently, how many figures you earn, or how many figures you don't earn. You are worthy by the mere fact that you exist. That's the universe letting you know that you are worthy of existence. So you don't have to prove that you are worthy. And until you deeply comprehend that to the point of knowing, you won't embrace yourself as someone worthy of being alive, which basically amounts to you being fully yourself, fully embracing your uniqueness. Hence you have a different face. But now there's only a limited amount of positions available or made available by the structure of society as we know it, some which are not really in alignment with the nature of certain people, but then they have to fit those certain roles. What do you think is going to happen to such a person? The person is going to slowly but surely lose their sense of self. Yes, they may get validated or get attention and praised, not because they actually deserve the praise in that sense or within that context, but because that's how society was set up. If you do what it's made for you to do, that's basically you doing what other people do, then you'll be celebrated for that. You are part of the pack. And you're shunned for being yourself, at least as far as this setup is concerned. And so, like I suggested, make it a point that you stretch your mind beyond the confines which you find comfort in, because all of it is illusory, non-permanent, apart from you. And when I say you, I'm not talking about your body, the part of you that you can see. I'm talking about the unlimited potential which is laying currently dormant within you, because you are not expressing nor are you exercising that power. Instead, you are giving it away. In many ways, through distractions or the 9-to-5 job that you are occupying. You are only occupying that shit. You are disposable. That's to show that it doesn't really matter. But your life, or you as life, does matter. More especially if now you start to tap into the wellspring of the self that you were meant to become, that you were meant to be, or the one that you are in truth, beyond the definitions of society. Don't let people tell you who the fuck. My bad. I apologize for strong language, but don't let people tell you who you are. I meant to say. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. I trust that you heard me. I trust that something within you became more alive. And until next time, love and light.